Alright, for real, here we go. Had a bit of a setback there for a couple seconds. I had the stream labeled wrong. I keep having to reset those. Twitch does not play very well with what I'm using to stream. Anyways, today we'll be ranking the Gen 6 Pokemon, starting with my boy Chespin here. He's very cute. Got his cute little hat. This is a really good design. S rank right off the bat. But we take a very quick nosedive with Quilladin. That's just awful. It's like he got inflated, like in a cartoon where, you know, they become basically a balloon. That is so weird and unnatural. That's probably a D. And then we come to Chesnaught, which, in my opinion, is hideous. It went from being this adorable little thing with a hat to this guy. I might give it an F. It's pretty F tier. This one's still a little bit cute, I guess, but this doesn't look cool at all. It's not cute, it's not any positive thing. But then we come to Fennekin, another S rank. A little Fennec fox. They're very cute if you've seen one in real life. This is super adorable, and my personal choice this generation. Then we come to Braixen. Still pretty cute. It's kind of like a Fox Curlia. So, at least an A. It's not quite as cute as Fennekin, but still pretty good. And then Delphox, the evolved form. She's a kind of a fox witch. Still pretty good. I'd still give this an A. Don't love it enough for an S, but yeah, solid A. Then Froakie. I don't think it's as cute as the other two. I might even give it a B. I was gonna say A, but I don't care for Froakie. Then Frogadier, who's kind of an ugly frog thing. I'd probably give it another D. I don't like it. Then we come to Greninja. This is everybody's favorite Pokemon. It might be the most popular Pokemon. It's definitely in the top 3. Everybody loves this one. I think it's a pretty good design. I kinda don't like that his scarf is his tongue, because that's kinda gross, and I imagine it to be all saliva-y. So I'm gonna give it an A and not an S. Then Ash's Greninja, they don't have a sprite for it. I never really saw it in the anime. It was kind of cool to have, but I think I would have appreciated it more if I'd had that reference. Still an A. Bunnelby. Just cute little bunny guy. I think he gets a B. It's not bad. He evolves into Diggersby. This is hideous. He looks like he's covered in poop. I know it's supposed to be dirt, but it looks really gross. Even if it is dirt, he's really dirty. Why? Ugh, ugly thing. F. No, thank you. Oh, and I was going to say about the starters this generation, going back to them, they have a really cool trio this time. It's Grass and Fighting with Fire and Psychic, and Water and Dark. That's something I'd like to see them repeat more in the future, using secondary type trios like that. I think there's like Steel. Would Steel Fighting in Dark work? Or there's something and fairy. Someone suggested, I was listening to a YouTube video or something the other day. I don't even remember what it was I was listening to, but people were suggesting different ideas for starter trios, and yeah, they should bring that back instead of just doing fire, water, and grass again. That was kind of a disappointment in Generation 8. Anyways, we come to Fledgling. This generation's Pidgey. It's at least red, that's something. I might give it a B. It evolves into Fletchinder. This thing looks pretty cool. It goes from being normal flying to fire flying. Yeah, I think I'd give it an A. It looks cool, it's a good design. It's a variation from the usual Pidgey formula. Then we got Talonflame. Like Fire Pidgeot. It's pretty cool. I like this guy. I think I'd give him an S. That's a really good and cool design. Scatterbug. I hate it. D. Spupa. Still, just no. They're not cute. They're ugly and weird. Just no. D. Not as bad as Chestnut and Diggersby. Still bad, but we jump right up with Vivillon. Really cute butterfly Pokemon. It's a little overdone by this point. We had Butterfree and then was it Beautifly or Cutifly? Something like that. It was Beautifly, although those are actually two different Pokemon. We have Beautifly and I think Cutifly is later. Where is it? Is it this generation? It's a little like B or something. Or some kind of fly variant. It's not just like a regular fly. Anyways, yeah, Beautifly and Cutifly are both actually Pokemon names, but and there was Mothim, which was really more of a butterfly than a moth. At least looked more like one. So it's a little overdone, but still really nice. This is good. And there was the regional variants, just not like what they mean by regional variants in Pokemon, but literal regions in real life would change its wing patterns. So if you were in a different country, or I think even different regions of the same country, if you lived in a big one, they would have different patterns. And that's really cool. So I think I'll still give it an S, even with butterflies being overdone. Litleo. He's a doofy little fire lion cub. I'd give him a B. Then we come to Pyroar. That's evolved form. I think the female looks great. I'd give it an A. The male still looks pretty good, but I think his hair's kind of dumb. It looks a little bit like a shield, which I don't know. I don't like it for the mane. So yeah, Pyroar is, I guess I'll average out at B. Oh wait, I can rank the male and female differently. Okay, so probably C for, he's our first C for the male and an A for the female. Alright. Flababe. Flabebe is how you pronounce that. Flabebe. This might be the first Pokemon with what's the thing? The accent on the E? It might just be called an accent. I was thinking hyphen or apostrophe, but neither of those are correct. That's kind of a French thing. Anyways, it's a little cute flower thing. It's weird that it's not grass type. None of Idorat's evolutions are, even though we've got a plant as a huge part of them. C. It's kind of cute, but not that into it. Floette. Still a solid C. And then Florges, really leaning into the flower thing, and it becomes a part of the flower instead of these two were just holding them. Now it's become one, and still is not grass type. See, still. No really strong feelings either way. It's also got a little bit of that horny energy with that pose. But, we're moving on to Skiddo, pure grass type. I feel like it should be like grass and normal or something. He's a cute little grass goat. B. And then Go-Goat, the evolved form, still just grass. You could ride these around as transportation, I think. Not the way that you ride Pokemon in the Let's Go games. I don't think you were in control of it. It was like a taxi service, if I remember right. I might not be remembering though. It's been ages since I played X and Y. Still a B. Not bad. Pancham. It's a little cute. I kinda don't like it. It looks, to me, too much like an actual little kid. I'm gonna give it a C. And then Pangoro. He picks up dark type. For some reason, Pancham is only fighting type. It really looks more like it should be just dark and then it would pick up the fighting when it evolves, but that's backwards of how it is. Pangoro, he looks like a big old Yakuza panda. That's kind of a cool design. B, I'm not really a fan of the big old mean Pokemon. Furfrou. Furfrou? Poodle Pokemon. An unshaved poodle kind of looks like this. Although poodles have that iconic way that they're shaved, but if you just let their fur grow out, they look like normal dogs. And these had a bunch of form variations. You'd take them to a groomer and like you'd have them change the hairstyle, and I think you could even change the color. At least little sections of them would change color. They wouldn't like fully change. It was kind of a neat design, and they should have expanded on that more, done more with it. As it is, it just ends up being kind of meh. The B. Like, it would have been really cool if they'd like let you shave your own unique designs into them, although that would have just resulted in a lot of offensive drawings or words. You just can't trust people to not make things as horrible as they can. Esper. Psychic. It's a pretty alright Pokemon. It's kind of cute. It's got that 1,000-yard stare. Some people hate it for that, but I think it's alright. C. Evolves into Meowstic. We've only got I think this is the female one here. I might be wrong, but I think left is male, right is female. Anyways, I like these. They're kind of cute little psychic guys. They remind me of Cinccino and Minccino from, I think, last generation. I'd give it a B. It's not bad. I like them. Honedge, Steel and Ghost type. It's a sword, but alive. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I like the idea of a sword Pokemon, but it's also kind of ugly. I'll give it a B. Doublade. This is not a very inspired design. It's just two of the same Pokemon. And then a bottom part? I just noticed the part that's sticking out of the middle. Still though, D for not being creative. Then it comes to Aegislash. It's got two forms. I think it's based on what move it's using. He's got like Protect, but stronger in some way. I forget what makes his version of Protect better. That switches him to Shield form. And then you, I think, just use any attack to return to attack form. So it's like a sword that's, I guess, wielding itself because it's got a hand and a shield. A sword wielding a shield. And I think this was not in the sword and shield versions. I'll give another B. I'm not huge on it, but I do like the concept. Spritzy. Ugly little bird thing. It's not too bad. I'd probably give it a C. Whereas Aromatisse, what even? I think it's kind of supposed to look like an exotic dancer. Or is burlesque the right word? It might not be. I think the intended design was that it's one of those makeup things, the little pom-poms for makeup. I forget what they're called. You like tap them into the makeup and then lightly tap it on your face. Hold on, I'm gonna skip ahead in the music. I don't much care for that. But with the crickets in the background. Alright, Swirlix. It's supposed to be cute, but I think it's hideous. I don't like this. It's just a ball of fluff. Just... Oh, whoops. Didn't rate Aromatisse. F. Hate it. Probably D. Really don't like it. This one, still super ugly. Slurpuff. She's in Pokemon Cafe, which I've been playing lately. She's usually pretty helpful in that, so I can't give her an F. I'll let her have a D. Don't take that out of context. In K. He's little squid guy. Little squid. See, don't much care for squids and octopuses and all that. Then we've got Malamar. It's kind of interesting in that it's a dark and psychic type, and its evolution was, you see how he's kind of like this but upside down and bigger? You flip your DS to evolve it. You might also have to level up while it's upside down, something like that. It's kind of a neat idea, but I think he's really ugly. I'm gonna give it a D. Then we come to Binacle. I don't understand why this is a Pokemon. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. F, without question. Barbaracle. Maybe a little better, but still absolutely hideous. Let's put him a little further up in the F ranking than his pre-evolution, but still, no, they're solid F ranks. Skrelp. It's poison and water type. It's, I guess, a poison horsey? I think it's kind of ugly too. I'm gonna give it a C. C's fine. D might be too harsh. Drag Algae. It's now poison and dragon type, which is that's a cool typing. It kind of looks like a, is it kelp, or because kelp's in his name, but this one's based on algae, but it still looks more like a, I think it is kelp, those water plant things. I'm not sure how to describe them. Once when I was a kid, I went to a beach, and I kind of built a fort out of, I'm pretty sure it was kelp that had washed up on the beach. Anyways, I'll give it a B. I don't really love it, but it's alright. Clauncher. This and its evolution, Clawitzer, are based on, I think they're called pistol shrimp. They're these little shrimpy guys with big claws like that, and they fire the water out of it, kind of like a gun, and it's really powerful. It's really interesting to, if you look up the video of it, I'm sure there's plenty of videos, but just any of them, you see it in action, that's really neat. Apparently it creates really hot friction in an instant, and there was some interesting fact about that. I was gonna say about the heat, it might be, this is probably wrong, but it was like that it gets hotter than the heat of the sun for like a fragment of a second. Just in an instant, it's extraordinarily hot. The kind of force it propels from its claw. It's neat to watch. Anyways, this is an alright Pokemon. We've already got a bunch of crab-looking things, so C. Clowitzer's maybe a little cooler. B. Helioptile. This is a cute, smiley little guy. B. I like that it's cute, but not really into it. Also, it's got a weird typing, electric and normal. I think the normal is just a detriment to it in combat. Maybe making it immune to ghosts, though. Does ghost not work on normal type? But I forget how fighting and electric interact. So unless electric resists fighting, then it gives it fighting weakness, which is not good, because fighting is very common. This guy though, Heliolisk. He evolved from Helioptile into Heliolisk. He's become more of a lizard type thing, which, yeah, I guess he was already a lizard. For some reason I kind of think of it as like dog-like, more than, but it is. The more I look at it, I can see, yeah, it's a lizard with dog ears. This big little lizard guy, yeah, I wanna rate him higher, but probably still a C. Not quite as cute as Helioptile. Still not bad though. I don't dislike it. Wait a second. Tyrant? I think his image here is showing him as bigger than he's supposed to be, because this is not the evolved form. He's a little T-Rex guy. He's rock and dragon. I forgot it was dragon type. That's pretty cool. You know what? I'm gonna give it an A. That's neat. Evolved into Tyrantrum. Bigger rock dragon, very clearly kind of just a T-Rex. It's a cool design. I should have used one of these. I never did. Tyrantrum. And then to Amara. It's rock and ice. It's a little Brontosaurus with glowy eyebrow things. It's pretty cute. I think I can give this one an A as well. Aurorus, though. It's a bigger Brontosaurus. It's just this, but bigger, and I think simultaneously cooler and cuter. And his Pokedex description says something about like the Northern Lights, and they're kind of supposed to be based on the Aurora Borealis. I like that a lot. I think this is a really neat Pokemon. I can give it an S. Then we come to Sylveon. It's another evolution. It's fairy type. She was a big part of why I decided to accept fairy type. I was a little hesitant to be accepting of a new type, and Pokemon was like, ugh, do we really need more? But yeah, Sylveon easily won me over. She's really cute. I love the ribbons. I love everything about her design. She might be my favorite Pokemon of this generation. S rank. I mean, it can be male as well, but It's very cute. I love Sylveon. Howlucha. Fighting and flying is a really interesting type combo. It's kind of supposed to be a masked luchador. It might need to lean into that a little bit more, like make its face markings like an actual mask. And it had a special move that was simultaneously fighting and flying type, which might be the only one of its type. I don't know of any other moves that are two types at once. Like, there are a couple others that change their type, but yeah, anyways, an interesting Pokemon. I'll give it a B. Dead End, this generation's Pikachu clone, although it looks more like Raichu. I don't like it very much. It's small, fat Raichu with a couple antenna whiskers and just, I don't know, I'm not into it. I'd probably give this a D. Maybe the highest of the D's so far, but yeah, I disliked it, and I don't think it's cute. Carbink. I honestly keep forgetting this Pokemon exists. It's just a little rock with ice things growing out of it. It's rock and fairy type. It feels like it should evolve into something, but yeah, it doesn't. D. Goomy. It's a little ball goo. C. Actually, no, I'll move Carbink up to C. D's a little too mean. Sliggoo. It's a little goo snail thing. It's a little cute, but still probably a solid C. Don't much love or hate it. But then we come to Goodra. Big old gooey dragon. The furries love it, I'm sure. Especially if you imagine that the goo is, you know what. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I like horny designs in Pokemon. And I like Goodra. So, yeah, I'm gonna give her an S. I remember raising one and it was one of my favorites on my team. Klefki. This... It's a key ring, but alive. This is one of those Pokemon that that really is just pick a household object, slap googly eyes on it, call it a Pokemon. People complain about that a lot and say it about like every other Pokemon. It's just like, oh, this is that. But this really is actually... They complain too much, but this time they're right. It's kind of an okay idea for a thing, but maybe it'd be more home like Yokai Watch. Not a Pokemon though. That's dumb. I'll give it a D. It's Steel and Fairy type. That's kind of a good typing. It's kind of useful in combat. I don't hate it as much as I hate these things, so yeah, it can be a D. Phantump. He's a ghost and grass Pokemon. He's a haunted stump. He's a little cute. It's not bad. It's a B. Trevenant. A lot of people love this design. It is pretty cool. It's a haunted tree. I don't think I love it as much as everyone else, though. I think I'd only give it an A. Maybe even actually just a B. I think it's just alright. You know what? Yeah, B is fine. And then Pumpkaboo. It's a haunted pumpkin. To me, it kind of looks like it has a beard going on, which I don't like much. I'll leave it at C. Gorgeist. I've seen a lot of art, lewd and otherwise, that more humanizes the top part, and people see more like more pretty girl in that than I do. I just see kind of a stalk with a face and hair, hands. It just... See, I do like the scary jack-o'-lantern part. I can give it a B. Bergmite, another Pokemon that I often forget exists. This is just super forgettable. See, that's... I don't care about it at all. See. Avalugg, it's kind of supposed to be a drifting iceberg, I think. Like, you see them in Sword and Shield in the wild, and you see them near actual floating icebergs, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what it's supposed to be. I get it. I get the design. But just as it is, it kind of looks like a table. I always think of it as the table Pokemon. See, I don't hate it. I think it's kind of ugly and shouldn't really be a Pokemon, but yeah, I don't hate it. Excuse me. This guy, Noibat, is pretty cute. It's like a Zubat, but actually cute. I can give it at least a B for that. Evolves into Noivern, and they're both flying and dragon type. I don't see the dragon in Noibat, but Noivern, that's really cool. I love this design. I love dragons. He's going to S rank. It's a really good one. Xerneas. I played X version, so this was the legendary that I got. I really liked him. I thought it was super cool. I like deer Pokemon. I love his like rainbow antlers, and they glow and light up. He's really interesting. I'm gonna give it an S. Very cool. Fairy type legendary. Yveltal. I never got a chance to use this one. He's kind of Y-shaped. Xerneas is supposed to kind of be X-shaped, but I don't see it very much. Whereas this is a blatant Y. He's dark and flying. I'd probably like him better if he was dark and dragon, but then that would make him double weak to Xerneas, which probably not good for him. So it's alright as is. He's kind of a dragon looking thing. It's kind of cool. I think I can give it an A. It's a pretty cool design. Then we come to Zygarde, the dog form. I don't know why this was a dog. I do like dogs, but it was just a weird idea, especially for Zygarde. B. Then we got his complete form. He's this big warrior mech thing. Kind of looks like a Gundam. That's fairly cool. I can give that an A. That's a cool design. Then we come to Zygarde, just regular base form. He's ground and dragon type. He would have been the box legendary for if we got a Z version, which I was kind of sad we didn't get, because X and Y were kind of good. I was hoping for more. I was hoping for a little more addition to what it was. They felt a little shallow, and they could have used some more Pokemon. This was probably the shortest generation. So we never got Z. Anyways, he's alright. I can give him a B. Yeah, he's not bad. And then Diancie. She had a movie about her, I think. This is one that was released later after the game came out, and I don't think I ever went back to it and got one. She looks like she's supposed to evolve from Carbunk. Or rather, Carbunk looks like it's supposed to evolve into her. I feel like that was planned at some point and they just kind of dropped that idea. And then Carbunk just kind of became a forgettable solo Pokemon. Carbink, rather. Not Carbunk. Anyways, she's Rockin' Fairy. She's pretty cute. I think I can give this a B. And then the Mega form, which is not listed here for some reason, is even cuter. It's kind of pretty. I'd give it an A. That's a nice Pokemon. Kind of reminds me of Mega Gardevoir. Then Hoopa. I never really knew this was a Pokemon until they made a movie about it. And I did not watch that movie. I don't really like this one. Just D. The sprites are out of order again. This is his normal form, I'm pretty sure. Then his Unbound form, which I don't even know what that means. It goes from Psychic Ghost to Psychic and Dark. I don't know if he's strong. I don't really know his special moves. I think he's pretty ugly. He kind of looks like a Ganondorf. D. He's ugly. He's a little cool, but if a design is cool and ugly, I care about the ugly more. And then Volcanion. This was a really neat idea for a Pokemon. It's fire and water type. If I were to look at them, I'd probably guess they was like fire and steel, but fire and water is a cool type combo. And he looks alright. He also went under my radar. I'll give him a B. Yeah, we're ending on a B. This generation was shorter than the rest, as I stated before. This was pretty quick. Most of the other videos lasted about an hour, and this was like 40 minutes. So we'll go over the S ranks real quick. So Sylveon. I love her. She's very cute. Is she my favorite evolution? I love Espeon too. It'll be a hard choice between Sylveon and Espeon. They're both really good. I love them a lot. Chespin, very cute little guy with a hat. Very disappointing evolutions. Fennekin, super adorable. My choice of starter for this generation. Probably my favorite starter for the generation. I do like it better than Chespin. Then Talonflame, cool bird thing. Vanillin? Hold on, that's not right. Vivillon. I forget a lot of these Pokemon's names. I used to have them all memorized, but Vivillon is really cool with those different patterns for where in the world it came from. I like that. Even though we have kind of overdone butterflies, and even if we saw another butterfly Pokemon next generation, I still wouldn't be tired of it for some reason. I just like butterfly Pokemon. Come on, I just said this like 5 minutes ago. Aurorus, yeah. It's like the Aurora Borealis, but a Pokemon, and also Brontosaurus. So it's like if the Aurora Borealis had sex with the Brontosaurus, this would be their child. It's interesting. It's pretty cute. I like that it has both cute and cool going for it. And then Goodra is kind of kinky, but also a good dragon. Noivern, really cool dragon. He's like a dragon bat. That's a neat idea. And Xerneas was a big ol' rainbow deer. I really like him. These are great Pokemon. This generation had quite a few D and F ranks. These two guys here especially are in some of my most hated Pokemon designs. I keep forgetting they exist, and then when I remember or see them again, I'm like, why is that a Pokemon? How is that a Pokemon? Who designed this and thought, yeah, that's good, let's put that out as a Pokemon? Just, no. Absolutely no. I would fire the person who made this if I was in charge of them. I wouldn't just say, you did a bad job on this when we're not using it. I'd just like, no, you are fired for making this. That is awful. Awful Pokemon. Alright, well, I don't much like to end on a negative note, but I guess that's what we're doing. I'm gonna do Generation 7 next. I'm not sure if I'm also doing 8 tonight. We'll see how long these take. Thank you for watching and have a great day or night.